attention 3 times this week. Playing with the bad kids down by the creek. When I was your age, oh, I did the same. I saved you some trouble, boy, and tried to explain. Down, tractor beams, weaponized fun. In one Barbarella, set to stun. Down, tractor beams, gamma ray gun, straight out the mothership. Weaponized funk. Let me back up 20 years or so. Before I met your mama, I was living on the road.
All right, baby. How do you like those new tunes? Welcome to Sunday Fun Day.
Man, that was sick, brother. Welcome back.
Dude, thank you to everybody that tuned in early and jumped right back in. So bless your hearts. But to those of you that are ready, we are the Resoluters. I am Mark Jeske, and this is my hetero life mate, Master Jedi Jeff Coy. On location, where are you right now?
I am up in Ramona, California. 20
Ramona.
minutes outside of San Antonio up north with my brother's house.
Nice. Very nice. That's a beautiful drive out there. All right. So
am I coming in loud and clear? Because up here there is no internet. I'm telling you that. I'm lucky to be on.
Oh, you're great, buddy. You're great. So I'm glad to have you. So to the audience at large, we are the Resoluters dialing into our 90-day body transformation challenge to each other. So we're bringing this podcast together to go over said challenge, fitness tips, nutrition, weight training, all the different bells and whistles that we can throw into this thing. Also, just because, we want to live our best life. And we have some great guests that are joining us on each episode to talk about our lifestyle segments. So ways to enhance your life or sometimes your body transformation goals for year in. And so tonight we're going to have a couple fantastic guests with us. We have David Witten coming to us from Seattle, Washington. We're going to do a lifestyle segment with him, talking about off-roading because he is a Jeep maniac. And so he's got some really cool stuff to share with us tonight, and maybe some recommendations for places for y'all to visit out in Washington State. And then after that, we will have actor and celebrity Ryan Reynolds will be joining us this evening. No stranger to fitness himself. And so, yeah, baby. I mean, Deadpool with us tonight, Coy. Can you believe this?
Excited, brother. Excited to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great time. So, and as we're getting off, I want to make sure I say thank you to all of the viewers that have been sending us the emails and texts of encouragement, and even after our last episode, which was a lot of fun. And thank you to Dr. Alex Sung and Janine Priester, who joined us last episode, and we had a great time working on their body transformation goals and getting some tips from Doc and some snapshots to emergency room life. So, living our best lives. All right.
40s, we're freaking killing it, man. Who would have thought?
Dude, we have over 40 status. We're gonna make it work, baby. I gotta say, man, I'm learning some hard over 40 lessons doing this thing, especially the last couple of weeks, man. We talked about roadblocks. I mean, maybe the last 4 weeks. We talked some roadblocks about last episode that we had, and I think we should dig into that again after we go through some of our guest questions that they've sent in. So here we go. We're going to roll into the regular. Oh my God, I can't forget. Of course, Reggie's here. He says hello.
Reggie's here. Hello, Reggie.
Yeah, baby. He tastes just like confidence. It's great.
I love it.
All right, so we're going to go segue into our usual questionnaires that we have going on. There we go. Get a little more. Is that too bright? Maybe that's too bright. All right, so segueing. All right, Jeff, you want to kick off? I know you're ready. You're ready, right?
Yeah,
you want to kick off?
So this question actually comes from Brian. He actually wrote me, and he asked what, in my opinion, are the 5 most important vitamins that people should take. My top 5. And so kicking off number 1 is going to be vitamin C for me. Because that's good for your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
You got your vitamin A, which is good for your heart, your lungs, and keeps your organs nice and healthy and keeps them working. You got your vitamin D, which is for your bones, keeps the strong bones. You know, as we get older, our bones get brittle. You keep that calcium, you're going to keep good bones. Vitamin K, good for
Don't
your
want to
blood.
lose that bone.
Eat that spinach, keep that cancer down. And finally, iron. I think iron is up there too. To more blood up in there, keeping your blood healthy. What about you?
Absolutely. No, that's great. I agree with all that, dude. Driving your immune system. Vitamin C, definitely at the top of my regimen. For me, it's 1,000 milligrams a day. If I feel like there's going to be some colds coming on and that kind of stuff, I'll double up, sometimes triple if I really think it's a really bad season. So that's 1,000 in the morning, 1,000 at night. There's nothing better for recovery than that. One of the things I just put into my just to keep it healthy and that kind of stuff is quercetin. I don't know if you've heard of this stuff before. It kind of came out. It's really to help you fight against autoimmune, issues as well as allergens. So that's in there. To me, it all speaks to making sure you get a good night's sleep and again, fighting off the things that are trying to get a hold of you. Vitamin C speaking to recovery. Turmeric and curcumin, that's a big part of my routine because that's an anti-inflammatory. And so again, keep that muscle soreness down and when you talk about vitamin K, which definitely speaks into one of their multi-component supplements in our routine. But the turmeric does like a similar process as well, where it fights inflammation in the body to keep you from, to help you more cancer resistant. If you can't build up inflammation, then the cancer really has a hard time of getting its engine moving. So
Love
that
it.
was what, 3? Yeah, man. What is number 4? I got so many things going on over here. A good digestive enzyme, especially for us over 40 status dudes, always helps. Vegan supplements in regards to that. And then I'm going to chime in there again with you with vitamin D. I have some mixed up, kind of supplements, kind of a 4-in-1 kind of thing that I take that has vitamin D in it in a small amount. But I'm going to fix my major dosage of vitamin D is going to be tomorrow when I'm kicking back by the hot tub in the pool, just actually soaking up some rays. Because I got to tell you, you get a little tan on you, you actually get out in the outdoors, and it's just amazing the wonders it does for you. And I've had the experience in my life, and it helps me feel more resilient against disease and stress and everything else. So great question. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got from Chris Skull in HR. I do have, we got to talk about that more. I do have the, what is your favorite outdoor activity for burning calories? So I love this one. And again, because the stress routine, and I want to chime into this later, is what stress and breaking cortisol routine and that kind of stuff is going to be a factor in. But I can tell you, hiking and climbing, that's my number one. And I think it's something that everybody can do. I mean, regardless of, if you're a dude with a walking stick, or if you want to go get aggressive and do some rock climbing, all those things kind of work into that kind of thing. One of my favorite places on earth is Joshua Tree National Monument. So I love when I get back home to California, I like to go check that out. But literally, there's someplace nice to go hiking around every even little city, town in the United States. So I definitely recommend that. What about you? What's your outdoor activity that you like?
Nice. I like that. I like play with my son.
Aw. Little field of dreams, little catch in the yard, kind of.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's what we do. We catch. We either play baseball, football, some kind of frisbee, something like that. And it doesn't really feel like exercise. Well, it does when he, kicks the soccer ball past me and I got to go run it.
There's your cardio, yeah.
But yeah, just being outdoors with my son and playing with them, that burns the calories, and it's a good time.
Awesome. I really like that, man. I got one of our viewers and a friend of mine, William Welch. He's a wine educator for Joseph Drouin Vineyards out of France. He's really into his lifestyle. He's built a whole CrossFit routine and has overcome some pretty serious back injuries in his past. But he's got some young boys, and he does the same thing like you're talking about. But his kids have really gotten into the fitness routine with him, and like he's been sharing these videos every now and then on Facebook or in person, and just seeing like how great the bonding is with them and how he's giving them those good habits. So good for you, man. I think you guys are setting some good dad examples out there. It's awesome.
Absolutely. All right, I got.
All right, so get it.
I got from Shay Witt, Dave's wife. She wants to know stretch before or after working out, and Shay, that's a great question. Definitely both. You want to stretch before working out after working out, they do two different kind of stretches. Before working out, you're going to want to do a dynamic kind of stretching. That's where you're moving around, getting that blood flowing. And then after working out, you're going to do a static one where you're at rest, and that helps calm the body down and relax coming out of a workout. But definitely stretch before and after. So, good question.
I love that. Great answer, buddy. I got from the old class of 1992, Dominga Bustos from California. If you remember Dominga. Now Bustos, her and Angel got married, if you can believe it or not. I totally believe it. They've been together since high school. Her question is, how do you evaluate your progress? Like, there's different ways to evaluate progress. You can get on the scale, check your LBs, which can sometimes be misleading. I think inches, like if you're doing measurements, like if you're trying to build up your chest, you measure your chest, or you can, your waistline will go down, or, how bloated you feel because you changed your diet and those kind of things. Your clothes will fit differently. Those are all great ways to measure your progress. Energy level. I mean, Jeff, when we were talking, it was like over a month ago now. We're like, dude, what's going on? We're like, we felt all pumped up and everything. So yeah, it's not always all about just losing the LBs. You are going to have certain weeks where you're trading body mass for, you're picking up muscle, which weighs more for the fat that you're losing. So you may get a little stagnation like that. So definitely good question. You want to keep your mind open to, you're making progress in more than one way. So.
And I think it's not just physical progress. I mean, you don't need to tangibly see it. Like, as you said, like the weights, or maybe with, if you're fluctuating, or if you're or anything like that, because that could get you discouraged setting that. That could be a goal, but measure progress. It just depends on how you feel. Do you feel like you made progress? If you feel like you've made progress, If you don't feel like progress, then obviously, then you try again. Try something different. But how you're feeling at the end of your week, feel satisfied, like, I did enough, then that's progress to me.
I agree. I love that. I love that you brought that full circle with that, because like mentally you can make progress too. Because I gotta say, man, when we first got into this stuff, like the first week or two, so it was definitely amped up to what little routine I had before we got started. And we got around to week 2, 10 days in, whatever, I really started to go. The mental element, I felt like, dude, I'm getting my sleep, I'm on track of the routine, all of those kind of things. I was less concerned about LBs, but just making sure that I was doing something in the right direction each day. So,
right. And that was something with me, because I was more concerned about the LBs. I'm trying to get on the scale and go, fuck, I'm not losing it fast enough, or I gained a little bit of weight because of the water weight. I'm like, I gained some weight here. I guys get discouraged, and I'm not where I want to be in my pants size yet. I'll tell you that. So I mean, how do I measure progress? After I get done working out, I say, you know what? I'm good. I did good today. I kept active. I did all the exercise I want to do. My body feels good. Feel energized. It's something better than seeing an actual number. That's the goal, to hit that number. But we just keep doing it day by day. Take it day by day, a little bit at a time.
I love it. That's great, man.
Excellent question.
Yeah. Hey, man, and you mentioned that. I want to segue into something that we were starting to lead into in the green room. You and I were chit-chatting in the group on Facebook about energy drinks, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, that we had both kind of jumped on those for a little bit when we were working a lot. And I got to say, these last 2 weeks, just trying to get stuff out of my system, it really made me realize physically the impact on weight in my physical body that stuff had. Energy drinks, not irrespective of caffeine, but those chemicals in there, when they deregulate the balance of bacteria in your gut, what'll happen is you'll start to carry weight, whether it's fat or water retention, just waste, whatever it is. You'll start to carry that with your love handles, will start getting bigger, and it'll just lead to bloating. It's like, for me, I actually lost an inch off my waist, but then my shirts were starting to get snug again, like they weren't the week before. It's because while I was stressed out working a lot, maybe didn't sleep as much, so stress levels went up again. And then with these crazy energy drinks, the way that throws off cortisol triggered by stress and the chemicals in those drinks together, now I've got a perfect cocktail of fucked up my whole 2 weeks. It's this sense of, what the hell did I just do to myself? So
right.
Yeah. So cortisol and stress and sleep and all that, man.
Well, then I forgot about what kind of impact it actually has, because once you start getting and drinking them every day, they're not having the same effect on your body. Stop drinking them. I went back and had one the other day because I was waiting. I was absolutely exhausted. I was so tired. I said, I'm breaking down. I'm buying an energy drink. So I grabbed me an energy drink, and I was up most night after that because the system again. I was like, holy cow. So, I mean, it's good. It's been a good thing to wean myself off. It made me realize, I should not be actually drinking these.
Yeah, it's just that compounded effect of those chemicals. But I know what you're talking about, man. It's like if you were an addict and you kicked a really good drug, you went back to it. It's like the first time all over again.
Try it all over again.
I'm gonna go take a
Been
lap.
all my
It's
life, little one.
3 a.m. I'll take a lap. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Exactly.
So good stuff.
Hold on. I got a question from
Get it.
Mr. Greg Gushwa. He was a teacher of ours.
No way. No way.
Greggy Greg. And his question is, what time should I stop eating? And Mr. Gushwa, I just want to let you know there's really not a time that you should set yourself down to stop eating. Generally, the rule is 1 to 3 hours before you go to bed, because you don't want that kind of stuff sitting in your system. I know it's hard for me when I get off at 3 in the morning and all night because I be a good boy and not eat at night, and then I get home and start down on pizza or something. I'm just like, I got to eat something now, and then crap the next morning. So let's generally make it a rule 3 hours before you go to bed, and make sure you have like we've said in the past, have those 2-hour snacks. Make sure you have those 2-hour snacks to curb your hunger.
Excellent. And we got Dr. Sung is in the stream here, and it's a little cue that, just like we were, from our last episode. Just giving us a little cue here that liquid sugar, such as energy drinks that have sugar in them, especially, lead to straight visceral fat. So the bad kind of brown fat that builds up in your body that you want to get away from your intestines and your heart and all that kind of stuff. So
the crap fat.
Yeah, like couldn't be worse. Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you, Alex. That's absolutely right on.
Nice. Excellent point.
And speaking of sugar and all that kind of stuff, I got a little note here from Carol Adams. She wrote in, and she was like curious, Mr. Sinatra's mother. Hi, Carol.
Oh, Carol.
Yeah. Someone that's not Jeff Coy's mom. Okay. So her question is, do you have a favorite milk substitute? Okay. I go for organic vanilla almond milk. If I'm going to have milk for any particular reason. One, the stuff lasts forever, so you don't have to worry about it going bad in your fridge anytime soon. It tastes like someone put almond in like 1% milk. If you had to, I think you'd compare it to something. So not too bad if you're getting a fiber craving, or you just want to have some bran or something like that. I think it's don't eat the whole box of cereal at once, but it's not too bad to delve into that. And I think that also ties into what you were saying from Mr. Good, how late to eat, especially over 40, like the solid stuff, like chicken, shrimp, steak, and that kind of thing. If you can get that, especially 3 hours before you call it a day and go to bed, to set yourself up for digestive health and not to eat away at your sleep, that's a good way to go too. But yeah, what do you think, Jeff? Do you have a dairy substitute that you use, or what's your deal?
You called it, dude. It's the Silk vanilla almond milk. That's my supplement or my go-to alternative to milk.
Awesome. I tried it. I bought the regular almond milk by mistake once, and I was just like, "Oh,
no, seriously,
the hell
the
was
vanilla
that?
is amazing."
Yeah. So yeah. All right. Do you got any more questions?
I do, actually. I have one more. This one comes in. Actually, it was just handed to me by my brother, Mr. Chris Coy.
Nice.
And
Mr. Chris
I don't
Coy.
know if you know this, but he wants to know how often should someone poop? And so, Chris, normal.
I hate that this is a real question. Like it's actually it's a relevant question, I guess is what I'm saying.
It really is. So pooping regularly is something that you really should be. As long as it's soft and it's formed.
Wow, really, Jeff? What the fuck?
And you're not pushing it out. That's a healthy right there. And normal poop anywhere 3 times a day to 3 times a week. Really, that's normal.
2 to 3 times a day is
Yep,
normal.
or 3 times a week.
And God, and if it looks like Mr. Hanky, you're doing something right.
That's right. Thank you, the Christmas poo. What do you think? Do you think that's about normal?
Yeah, 2 to 3, baby. 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, for you guys that like to stress out and get all what you like to call impacted, yeah, get some little fiber in your diet. Or if you go to jail too often, that's on you. You have some lifestyle choices to consider. No, I'm just kidding. Go to jail all you want. But oh man, what was it that Ben Affleck always says in the Kevin Smith movies? Yeah, it's always about dick and fart jokes. So it's good.
Snoochie boochies.
Snoochie boochies. Oh, fantastic. All right. Thank you, Chris. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. We're going to get ready to bring in our first guest of the evening, Mr. David Ashley Witten, Santana alumni, proud father, trade educator, and off-roader extraordinaire. And so, yeah, he was actually really helpful in the prep today, which I will get to when he's on board. But before we do that, we are going to click on a few buttons here, and we are going to check out our first commercial of the evening. Kind of set the stage for what Dave's going to be sharing with us today. And if it moves fast enough, it's going to be cool.
Did everything come out okay?
All right.
No longer are they tied to ribbon of asphalt and slabs of cold, hard concrete. This is an entirely new kind of speed. It goes where it wants to go and does what it wants to do. We're talking about the power to flatten mountains, the speed to shrink continents, and the raw capability to blaze a trail anywhere. So pioneers, take your mark. Because this speed isn't interested in pit stops. It doesn't care about checkered flags, and it abides by no rules. This speed has a mind of its own, and all it wants to do is get dirty faster.
All right, baby.
Right on.
God, it makes me miss my Jeep so much.
I never
What
had
is
one,
this
but now I
doing?
want one.
I know. I think it'd be fantastic, dude. It's like the only vehicle I've ever wanted to go back and buy again. What is going on?
Well, if you say it backward, it's P.
Everything is YouTube is getting a little schizophrenia going on here. All right, we're back on track here. So we're gonna be
Looks
welcoming
like I'm
to
glitching
the
on
show.
YouTube.
So man, there's a lot of YouTube going on. But we're gonna be welcoming Mr. David Witten to the stage in just a moment.
Woo! Look at
That
that hair.
handsome devil.
How's that hair growing now? Let's see. Let's see, Dave. I want to see how long his locks are.
Yoo-hoo! All right, and Dave, welcome to
The
the
hair
show.
doesn't look like that anymore.
Oh man, the golden locks, baby. The golden
Yeah,
locks. They were great.
What's up, Bam Bam?
They fell to the floor a long time ago, I reckon. And I love the commercial with the mall crawler. That was actually, that's a great family car right there. It ain't gonna do what my Jeep does. I'll tell you that much. And any real Jeeper will tell you, yeah, 392 will look good, but you need to put in an SL in it. So
Wow.
we'll just go.
Well, explain to the audience what's the difference there.
I have
between
no
a
idea what you're
382
talking
and an
about.
SL. I know. I want to know stuff, man. We got to know
So
stuff.
a lot of guys are doing their change outs. They're either putting in the old. A lot of people are going to Volkswagen TDI motors. They're doing a lot of LS swaps out of the Chevy. Some people are actually even putting Hemis in there.
Wow.
It's expensive. I mean, it's going to cost you about 15 to 20 grand to do it. But, the 392, good Jeep, good motor. Believe me, if I had the money, I would own one right now. But compared to what my little V6 does and my little 3.8 or 3.6, I'll take the 3.6 any day.
Yeah, me too, man. The 2-door Jeep, my buddy went and got a 4-door when like the Rubicon started coming out. Even just driving them on the road, I was like, I don't like this. This feels like a station wagon to me.
Yeah.
Even with the features, the normal 2-door, your classic Jeeps, your YJs, that kind of stuff. I just that was heaven for me. I loved it.
If I could find a good automatic YJ, I would in a heartbeat. It doesn't mean I don't know how to drive a stick for all you naysayers out there. You'll find out later on why I can't drive a stick anymore.
Oh, no way. Oh, I didn't put those 2 and 2s together. That sucks.
It's my left leg. Believe me, dude, we go to Dirtfish as a company, and I have to skip Dirtfish every time we go up there because I can't shift. I can't push in the clutch.
Oh, damn it.
So how do you think that makes me feel being an off-roader, being able to go up to a rally driving school and not be able to do it?
Damn.
Not to mention they don't have a ski horn big enough to get me in and out of that little Subaru.
Yeah, it's a fucking Subaru anyway. Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
So I know you're. Tell us, audience at large here. Like, so what happened here with this injury? Because I mean, you sent me this picture, and this is there's what's up, RoboCop. You got a lot going on here. So how do we get to this situation? Yeah.
Well, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and Jeff Coy can attest to this. I'm a huge cryptozoology maniac, and I found Sasquatch. I found Bigfoot. I tried to Harry and the Hendersons him and strap him down to the top of my Jeep. It didn't work, and when he started chasing after me, I tripped over an old log, and it just shattered. That's all there is to it.
Wow.
Damn.
Forgot the jerky, I see.
Sasquatch strikes again.
Yeah. So the truth of the matter is, I tripped walking out of a tent.
Out of a tent?
Sasquatch strikes again.
Were you in the post-nuptial glow, perhaps?
No, me and some buddies had driven down to Tillamook Forest down in Oregon to do Fire Break 5 and Old Cedar Tree Jeep trails. Jeep has a series of trails all over the U.S. that if you do this trail, you get this little badge of honor. It's called the Badge of Honor Trail System. And you can display that on your Jeep itself. Well, the first night we were there, I was cooking my baked potato like we did back in Boy Scout days, where you just wrap it in tinfoil and throw it in the fire, in the coals, right?
Cool.
Well, for some reason it rolled out, so I walked into my tent to grab my spatula to flip it back in there, and as I took a step out, that little tiny lip door, my right foot caught it, and I went forward and I planted just right, and I fractured or obliterated my tibial plateau. So the bone at the top of your tibia that's right below where your kneecap and all that cartilage and everything ties into it, I blew out my MCL, my PCL, fractured it in 7 places, and obliterated 4 pieces out of it, to the point where they had to do 4 CAT scans just to try and see if there was any floating debris in there that they had to pull out prior to doing surgery. About a month after it happened, they did surgery, and I was out. I was off my feet for 3.5, 4 months, and I'll never have full use of my left leg ever again.
Wow, I'm sorry you had to go through all that, bro. That's you didn't do anything half-assed. I tell you that. You did a good job of it.
Yep. So in 3-year span, I broke my neck, tore my MCL, PCL, tore it again.
Broke your neck?
Mm-hmm.
When the hell did you break your neck?
BMXing in DeSoto.
What the hell? That sounds well. Shit, that must have been some
Yeah.
ride.
When you're over 40, we don't bend like we did back when we were in 20s. Things are a lot stiffer. So I hit a soft spot in the track and endoed over, and when I did, I just crushed a vertebrae, and we didn't know it for about 3 weeks, and started losing my balance and falling all over the place, and went to the doctor, and he called me up and said, "You're having surgery in 2 days." So I got a nice
you're probably lucky to be here, man. Like, you went for weeks without knowing your neck was broken. I'm sure anything could have gone wrong.
He said I was one fall away from being paralyzed.
Holy shit.
Yep. Hence why between that and COVID, I gained about 75 pounds in a year.
Well, fuck, man, it's less than 100. That's fucking epic with everything you got going on. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I'm excited that you're sitting here with a smile on your face versus anything else.
I hear you.
Yeah. So, like, are you walking with like a brace or something like that? How do you get around?
No. I can walk. I have because of all the damage I've had in my lower extremities. I've got extreme neuropathy in both feet, so I can't wear flip flops anymore because I can't tell if they're on or not. I do walk with a limp. The only time I really have to have a cane is when I fly, because going down the ramp to get on the plane, I have fallen and rolled down that ramp a couple times, so I just take my cane with me now. But for the most part, I'm okay. I walk around and get out there, and I try to, during the spring and the summer, I'll get out there and hike some of the trails we have up here, because this state is absolutely gorgeous for about 5 months of the year. The rest of the time, you can take it and shove it up somebody's ass for all I care.
Wow, man. It rains there, was it like, it could be up to 80% of the year, right?
218 days on average.
Wow.
And it's not even a regular rain. It's like a freaking drizzle all the time. It's annoying. And people can't drive up here for diddly squat.
Oh, man. Well, in Houston, they could take that challenge, because these are the worst collection of drivers I've ever seen in my life. Makes the guys from Ethiopia that are Uber drivers in D.C. looks like Grand Prix experts.
Well, I used to say that about Dallas till we got up here. And once we got up here, I mean, this is the only major city in the U.S. that goes from 5 lanes on the interstate down to 2 lanes to get through downtown. And
what the hell's that?
I swear to God, I'm not kidding you. It goes down to 2 lanes. The infrastructure up here is awful. It wasn't built for the amount of people that live in this area. And as far as being affordable to live, we're right on pace with San Diego right now. So it's
no way. San Diego is highway robbery in Southern California. Like, I remember moving to Irvine, expecting things to be so expensive. I got twice the quality of a place to live for less money than I was in Santee. I was like, how the hell did that even happen? But America's favorite city, man, San Diego tax. Man,
you can have it.
I concur. Let's live someplace I can afford comfortably and go visit the places I want to see. There's no need to stay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember moving to Denver when we were in our 20s, and that was right after Seattle was the big boom where everyone was moving there from out of state for the first time that I had heard about. And there was a lot of complaints of the locals up there because it was too small and they couldn't take on so many people. A lot of people bitching on the news and that kind of stuff. So, man,
I remember when you moved to Denver. PF Chang's.
Yeah, baby. That was it. That was it. No chopsticks days. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Oh yeah, we went over. We went to see you before we moved. Yeah,
well,
we had dinner together. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was great. That was great. Yeah.
And by the way, let me just be the first one to wish our host a happy early birthday. I believe his birthday is on the 4th or the 5th coming up.
That's the 2nd. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't usually make any kind of mention of my birthday, so you're definitely catching me off guard with that one.
Grandpa.
I know, closer to 50 than farther away, baby.
Exactly.
Anytime I feel insecure for like the last 8 years, someone asks me how old I am, I tell them I'm 50. I'm making 50 look good. And they're like, God, you look so young. I know, it's remarkable, isn't it? Yeah,
I'll have to use that. Can I borrow that sometime?
Absolutely. Get it, baby. So that's good. Shit.
Birthday coming up on the 9th.
Oh, man. So, who's on the 9th? Did Jeff talk?
I think so.
You got
he
some
sounded
delay
like
there.
he was
Here goes the internet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you, but you seem kind of far away, and your face isn't keeping up with the audio. The audio's fine. It's just,
Okay, so Dave, his birthday's on the 9th.
Oh, Dave's birthday's on the 9th. Is it?
Yeah.
I remember that now, dude. I remember us talking about that, dude. I was talking to Coy about this. I think a couple episodes ago we were talking about you, and I was like, Dave and I actually went for our first job together to try to be busboys at a little Mexican restaurant down there on Mission Gorge.
Oh God, what was the name of that place?
I don't know, man. And it's funny that because like you and I, after high school, we were almost roommates. You almost moved into the house there with us, with like Ethan, the guys from work and stuff. And the guy that I became friends with after you and I had applied for that job, he moved in with us. He was the guy that got the job instead of us at that fucking restaurant. I didn't even know him, but we didn't even know him at all at the time. So
that's funny. That's funny.
Like Los Conchos or something. I don't know.
Hard to believe it's been 30 years, guys.
30 years.
30 freaking years.
Yeah.
30 years.
Fucking forever. I
And
feel
the
like remember at Grosse Point Blank when Jeremy Piven's like 20 years, just like
yeah, who would have thought we would make it this far though?
I didn't. I really didn't.
I never in my wildest dreams even thought about a 30-year high school reunion.
Wow.
Not in my wildest dreams. So,
man, I kind of felt like I lived some years where I took some extra risks because I didn't think I was really going to make it that far anyway. I
waited till the last 5 years to do that.
Clearly, you have an evidentiary path that's hard to miss.
Yeah. That's what happens when all your kids are gone.
Hey, Jeff, you're really out there. Like, we can't hear you
at all.
You're like a kung fu movie.
Yeah, you're delayed. You're like the voiceover.
I'm gonna beat you, huh?
Yeah.
How about now?
Nope.
Yeah, your video and audio are still not synced up. Like your volume and everything is coherent. It just seems like you're far away and your voice isn't matching your face.
How about now?
I don't know if you want that.
Hey, he put it together. That happened. That sounded good.
This is a microphone now? So this is the microphone here. So I'm looking to figure out how we got this on a speaker, on a Bluetooth speaker too. So now I'm talking into the speaker. I got you. Hold on. So I'm wondering how you got into.
That's kind of a sore subject in this household because I took a position with the company where I lost my company truck, so I had to start driving mine. We had to buy Che, my beautiful bride, who is also a Santana alum, class of 1985. Had to buy her a new vehicle, and we bought her a 4-door Jeep. So she wanted to put a lift on it and tires, and we did, and we took it off-roading, and right in the middle of COVID, we took it to this place out here out on the peninsula called Tahoya, which is kind of the beginner's area that everybody goes. It's a safe place. You can take your stock vehicles out there and not have to worry about banging them up too much. Well, let's just say within 3 weeks of us getting back, I had traded in my truck, pulled the lift off of her Jeep, put it on my Jeep that I just purchased, and it all went south from there. So As you can see in some of the pictures that I sent you earlier, Mark, I've had a few hold my beer moments. And the latest hold my beer moment has my Jeep currently sitting in the garage, undrivable until I can afford to have the axle rebuilt again. So
What?
it happens. So
Yeah, man. I
and
remember I had to replace the exhaust manifold on mine. Those square joints in the corners, man. I was always having to get those patched, etc.
yeah. So it's something that Kay and I are really into. I'm into it a little bit more than her because I like to do more of the extreme, uh, the harder trails. And Jeep is the only vehicle that instantly comes with friends and family. The Jeep,
There she is, right there, ladies and gents.
that is my beautiful bride. That's inside my Jeep. She was driving my Jeep that day. So we were up at a place called Evans Creek, which is one of my favorite places.
Where is that
It's that
exactly?
is in that is on the southwest part of Mount Rainier, so it's right outside of Carbonado, Washington. Um, we've gone to my favorite place to go. That is at the all Jeep function that they hold here in Carnation every year. There's approximately about 150 to 200 Jeeps there. Um, they,
Nice.
yeah, it's a
Lots of
lot of
showing off
fun.
there.
Yeah, it is. It's everybody showing off their rigs, doing some racing, that sort of thing. Because the racing community is real big up here too. The Jeep racing, rock crawling. A lot of people didn't realize this back in high school because as much fun as I had and as many good friends as I had, the off road and the motorcycle uh, genre was something I grew up doing my entire life growing up. I mean, Jeff's seen the pictures. He's been to the places that I grew up riding. I mean, my first motorcycle was a 1965 Sherper T-Bull Taco. Now, if anybody knows that, it's a 250. It was made in Spain, and there was only 2,500 of them sent over here. So that's where I got my love for it as a kid. And then just growing up and with the physical limitations that I now have because of my leg and everything, being able to get in that seat, take the top off, take the doors off, go naked, as they say, and get up in the mountains and just go through the mud and go over the rocks, through the trees. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's cathartic to say the least. When
Yeah.
you're in your garage and you're turning a wrench, to someone like you, Mark, who is a trained sommelier, and all of your vintages and you enjoy that, or Jeff with you and your passions. Everybody's got that one thing, and off-roading is mine. Jeep stands for just empty every pocket. It's the first step to bankruptcy is owning a Jeep. And there's my last hold my beer moment. That my U joint is somewhere in the bottom of that mud puddle. Um, and I actually was able to get myself out of that, believe it or not. So
Nice.
it took a couple guys to actually dig my winch out and undo my cable, but that is my pride and joy. Her name is Reaper. Uh,
Nice.
and she does everything I wanted to do. That was a shot that I did for one of my sponsors, which is Badlands, which is put on by or made by Harbor Freight. We sent that shot in, and they've actually used that shot in a couple of their advertisements for their winches.
Very
Um,
cool.
yeah, so I've been able to get some sponsorships. I've lost them all, seeing as how I haven't been able to get out in the last few months because of my broken axle. So, uh,
Okay. Now,
it is what it is.
what will you need to do physically to get yourself in position where you can get in that Jeep again? as far as your leg and that kind of stuff?
As far as my leg, with that, it's a lot of just keeping it active, because I found that, I noticed you and Jeff were going back and forth in the group. You were talking about you bought some resistance bands, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And resistance bands are good for keeping yourself loose, keeping yourself limber. I actually use them on a regular basis for my leg, for my knee. Because of the way that my surgery was done, I have a muscle that now literally flops over the metal, and when it does, it literally sounds like a shotgun going off. It sounds like a gun. You can hear it throughout the whole house. So
What?
if I don't move my leg a lot, then what it does is it'll start to stiffen up, and I can't. And once it stiffens up, it takes about 2 days to get it loose. So I'll sit here when I'm playing video games, or say I'm sitting at my desk during the day. I just sit there and I've got those bands, and I just start stretching out, underneath my desk. When I'm at school at night, it's not a big deal because I'm lecturing or helping the students out throughout the night. And on Saturdays, I'm walking around, so it keeps it nice and limber. You guys were talking about vitamins in your beginning monologue. A couple of vitamins that you guys forgot to mention is you want to get vitamin E in your system. Vitamin E is good for your liver. Being morbidly obese, and I'm not proud of it, but I'm also not going to deny it because that's something I did to myself. You're going to end up with a fatty liver. And if you have a fatty liver, you cannot filter everything out the way that you are supposed to. So I take approximately, how much do I take? I take 1,500 IDUs of vitamin E every morning, just for my liver. And then
What do they recommend as far as dosage? Like, I know you just told us what you're taking, but is there a certain amount that you, like, a minimum you should take to help with what you're talking about?
You should, if you're healthy, you're looking at about 500 IDUs. You want to take between 250 IDUs just to keep that liver clean. I take 1,500 because I do have a fatty liver. So, for instance, you guys are talking about substitution for diet dairy.
Mm-hmm.
Dairy and cheese, guys, going back to Chris's question, it ain't a once a day, it ain't a 2 to 3 times a day, and it ain't definitely as sure as shit not 3 times a week. If you're only taking a dump times a week, you need to go see the doctor. You got blockage somewhere. But dairy kills it. So I have nothing to filter that out. So on top of everything else, I've developed edema, so I have to take a water pill for that. Well, on top of that, I take 2,000 milligrams of potassium. That's another thing that's good for people that are getting our age. And I'm not saying we're getting old because age is just, it's up here. But potassium is going to help you retain the strength in your muscles, the strength in your bones. You don't need to take 2,000 milligrams. I can tell you right that. That's just what my doctor's got me on. But vitamins
That's great.
are
It's great for recovery, also. Like if you're doing
it
any kind of
is.
weight training and so on.
It is. It is. The only thing you have to be careful of with the amount of potassium, like with what I take, is cramps. If you take large amounts of potassium,
Yeah.
you will cramp up, especially if you don't have the liquid influx going in.
Yeah, get to hydrate. Yeah.
You have to hydrate. You have to go. I mean, I have a 32 ounce Arctic that I drink 2 of those a day. And that, yes, I do still drink soda, but I limit myself to maybe 2 16 ounces a day. But then again, my day starts at 5 a.m. It doesn't end till 11:30 when I walk in the door that night. And that's 4 nights a
Wow, what a
week.
routine.
Yep, that's 4 nights a week, and then every other Saturday I spend 8 hours down at the Union Hall teaching down there too. So, between my regular 9 to 5 job and then my teaching jobs, I'm not home very much, and
Man,
that wreaks havoc on a system also, guys. So
yeah, it
sleep
does.
is a big one. I average
Yeah,
about 4.5 to 5 hours sleep a night.
well, that's
So,
not good. With everything
nope.
you've got going on, that's not good. Because like Jeff and I were talking, because we both had like surprise 30 days ago. We both ended up picking up like an additional 10 hours in our work week, which were already pretty big. And shifting into 6 days. This upcoming week will be the first week that I haven't worked 6 days in the last 7 weeks or so. And that has been like the number one thing that's made it difficult to stay on point, whether it's sleep or nutrition or just having the time to go to the gym for like a basic workout. All those, I'm becoming an uphill battle in all those areas because of that. Dude, with your piling on is even more than what we've been having to deal with challenges. That's enormous.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is my 9 to 5 job is not necessarily 9 to 5. I get there at 6:30. I leave here at 5:30. I leave there at 3, and it takes me an hour and a half to get down to the Tacoma from Seattle to teach. But trying to find time in there to eat healthy and eat regular is very difficult, especially when you wake up at 5 o'clock after 3.5, 4 hours sleep, and you literally get dressed and just walk right out the door. You don't grab anything for breakfast. You don't grab anything for lunch. You end up stopping at the taco shop and getting a burrito for breakfast, and then you end up ordering teriyaki or katsu or something for lunch. And since I've moved here, I actually eat more than just McDonald's and taco shop, which is weird because I never in my life even knew what a katsu burger was until I moved here.
What is that?
You don't know? You should know what katsu is.
I don't know what katsu
You're
is.
a freaking foodie, are you not?
Well, I know Katsuya, the sushi restaurant in LA, but I don't know what katsu is.
Katsu is just the way they prepare the meat. It's a breaded, fried meat. It's actually very healthy, but the fact of the matter is, it is fried, even though it's fried in panko. It's still fried. Fried is fried is fried is fried. You can get it in chicken, steak, pork. They do all kinds of different stuff, but katsu burger is just they take an egg roll, and my favorite one is what they call the ninja. It's just some shredded cabbage, some tomato. I hate katsu sauce, so I get it dry, some pickles, and basically a fried pork loin. And
Wow.
it's very good, but
The panko is that's what's killing you on that. The rest of it was
yep,
probably okay.
panko and the grease
Yeah.
never does good for you.
Yeah. Well, the grease isn't too bad if you offset the carbohydrate part of that. Like, that's how keto works. But nutrition and diet will be the biggest part of fucking this guy. It's the biggest
He's
part
not
of
wrong. He's not wrong at
yeah.
all. Now let me tell you something
That's
about
good.
keto. Okay, now keto is good
Temporarily, I would think.
temporarily, because the fact of the matter with keto is you still have to bring in a certain amount of carbohydrates for it to actually work. For it to be on the healthy side. And without those carbohydrates, it's just not. I mean, the second you eat a piece of bread, everything that you've done for the last 3 weeks is out the window, because your body is going to see that and it's going to grab right onto it. So if you bring in a healthy amount of carbohydrates on top of the keto diet, and you'll be okay. But like Mark said, it's a stopgap type thing. You want to do it, but you also want to do your intermittent fasting, and a fat guy talking about all this is kind of anti. What's the word I'm looking
No,
for?
not at all. I think
Hypocritical.
You want to say it? You want to say no, not at all. That it's clearly you're looking into this stuff because you're on the road to recovery from these injuries. So that makes perfect sense.
And that's the thing is I have to, because with my injuries, any recovery that I do is pretty much useless. You know, I mean, I'm looking at a full knee replacement probably 5-6 years down the road if I don't knock 50 to 75 to 100 pounds off. You know, and at that point, and I have, with me, it's about accountability. Not having that accountability. I have a wife that weighs about 120 pounds, soaking wet if we're lucky. You know, so and she's very supportive, but the accountability is not there because I have nobody to do it with on a daily basis. Does that make any sense? And there are
Yeah.
some people that can do it. There's some people that can't. Quite frankly, I can't do it. Do I make excuses for it? Nope. That's on me. It's not on anybody else. You know, you just have to get to that point in your life where you're over it and you're done with it. And that's the point where I'm at right now. Like right now, I've cut out pretty much all sweets. You know, every once in a while I'll grab a candy bar if I just have that sweet tooth. I'll go grab a freaking Snickers out of the machine maybe once a week, but that's it for me when it comes to sweets.
Yeah, man. I got to
My
tell you, the
biggest
sweets thing, I don't crave those things, but
Nope.
once we started drinking those energy drinks again, I'd be around 10 o'clock at night really craving sugar. And like I can't ever say I've felt such a craving for sugar before like I did until I drank those things again.
This
And
is mine.
Yeah.
That's
I used to drink Pepsi
killer.
back in the day too. But the only thing that's helping me is I got nothing. That's not one thing in the house that can satiate that craving. So I just go drink some water or something. And
Well, see, and that's the difference. You shop for you, right?
Well, you got a whole family in the house.
We
Yes.
got me. We got my wife, who pretty much lives off cereal and soup. We have my mother-in-law, who doesn't give a rat's ass what anybody else thinks. She's going to buy whatever she wants. Jeff knows my mother-in-law, and he knows where I'm coming from. And then you got my and then you got my daughter, my 20-year-old daughter, who's in the same boat. She just does what she wants. So it's, you know, it's hard, you know. Plus, I got other things going on, supporting another kid in Texas and supporting a brother-in-law in Nashville. You know, so
Well, it's good that you're able to do those things. But I got to tell you, man, you're on the right
let me
show.
ask you if I want to.
Well,
There's
you're
a difference
able to.
between can and want.
Yeah. No, but I'm sure they appreciate you greatly.
Yeah.
And with everything you're going on the road to recovery, you're on the right show, bro. Because you can dial into us and we can work on all this stuff together.
Oh,
Happy
definitely.
to get your back on this.
Definitely.
Because we're going through the roadblocks and then the challenges and that kind of stuff too. And it's just, we can make it work together. Because Jeff and I both have different injuries that we're working through. So that's why I was kind of surprised when I was talking to a variety of different people that were going to come on the show, and how injury recovery just came to becoming a theme, whether they were 30 or 40 or whatever age they were. It just kept popping up, and I'm like, I think there's something to talk about here. That's when I started. That's why I reached out to Dr. Alex Sung, because I was like, this is something that he can chime into from time to time for us as well to push us in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I have a quick question for you. You guys got Ryan Reynolds coming on, you know, Deadpool.
Yeah, just a few minutes. Yeah.
Why didn't you bring on Hal Jordan?
Oh God. Because that movie's dog shit.
I
gotta tell you, I had fun. I had fun watching that movie, but I thought Blake Lively as the brunette was like one of the hottest things I've ever fucking seen. So I've seen that movie probably too much for how not
just
good
for
that
that
is.
one. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna plug my sister-in-law real quick. For those of you that, you know, a lot of us are comic book geeks, especially from back in the day. We all grew up on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My sister-in-law, Casey Gilly, just penned a 5-book series called Buffy the Last Vampire Series that is being put out by Boom Comics. Go pick it up. It's fantastic.
Oh, man. You need to send me information about that. I want to get my daughter dialed in to seeing what's up with that, because That's a rabbit hole conversation. My daughter is an artist. My oldest
Yes.
daughter, which is the one that you've
Yes.
actually met. Jesus, Ryan Reynolds is a little
Yeah.
inappropriate regarding your sister-in-law.
She's done my little series for My Little Pony. She did a
I don't want
guest
to talk about the
spot.
ponies.
No, she did a guest spot with one of the Star Wars series. So she's got a couple of her other series coming out too, Dungeons and Dragons and some
Oh,
other-
damn it!
Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta get some footage of that and share that.
Yeah. So. Yep.
Nice. Okay. Well, you brought that up as a good point of transition because we're a little over time on our first segment, so we're going to start transitioning over to welcome Mr. Reynolds to the screen. For those of you that are not familiar, where is Ryan? There he is, right there. So he'll be joining us here just shortly. Before we welcome him to the show, we are going to segue over to our next commercial segment to give everybody a chance to reset and regroup for part deuce. And we're going to be talking about the new film or a show coming to Disney Plus featuring Oscar Isaac from Moon Knight. Because I don't know if any of you have been keeping tabs on this nerd pleasure dome, but it's going to be fantastic. God, the reviews are just through the roof. How excited people are about the results. So it's going to be a little dark, which is great. But let's get into checking out Moon Knight coming to us. I believe it's March 30th.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I think I'm losing it.
Real catch you are. You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark? It must be very difficult. Voice in your head. There's chaos in you. Embrace the chaos.
Can't wait. Can't hear you, Mark.
I was going to say, am I the only one who can't hear Mark?
Can't hear you, Mark.
Oh, it's like, thank you, Dave.
Nice.
Your voice is a little distorted there before Ryan comes on. Can we get that cleared up a little bit? Let me get closer to that speaker. Yeah, you're staticky right now, buddy.
That's never good.
Oh, it's starting up. It was starting to clear up.
How about now?
Nah.
How about now?
Nah.
No. John tripped over the cord and he kind of pulled it a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah, I can hear the static on the line even when you're not talking. Still there.
Let's be better now.
Nope.
Got it.
Did you want to log out and want to jump out and jump back in?
No, I'm gonna go somewhere past this. I'll turn it on there. And
I know. No, but what I was trying to say, it says like, man, I was really hoping that Moon Knight was going to be good, and that but I was kind of bracing myself that it was going to suck. And then when all the reviews came back, that they're evaluating it as like the best Disney Plus series that's come out. So I'm super stoked to
It's
hear
gonna
about
be
it.
hard to beat Peacemaker.
It certainly is. God, I wanted to
Especially
hate that show. I'm
Oh,
like,
I
this is gonna
know.
be the dumbest shit. And as soon as I watched it, I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, that opening number is the best.
That's
It does.
incredible. It's so great. Jeff is actually taking us on his workout with him right now. He's so dedicated, he's not going to miss.
That's right.
Oh, you're
How's
clear,
this?
baby. You're
There we
great.
go.
You're perfectly clear.
I got full bars and I'm good. Let's do it.
Excellent. All right. So then we'll get things moving. Welcoming our second guest tonight, aviation gin tycoon, Canadian national treasure, best known for Deadpool 1 and 2. You'll see him with Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana, and Mark Ruffalo in The Atom Project that have just gone live on Netflix here maybe a week or so ago. And then we're going to say welcome to Ryan Reynolds from an undisclosed location on the set of Deadpool 3 in Arizona. Welcome to the show, Mr. Reynolds. You are live. I think he's in he should be. He didn't leave him in his trailer, did he?
I don't know.
Mr. Reynolds. Paging Mr. Reynolds. Wait a minute.
Wait, that's
It's not Ryan
Reynolds.
Who the hell's that? Dude, Jeff, you're the producer. You're supposed to get him.
Oh, fuck. What?
You're supposed to get
Oh.
Ryan.
Hold on.
Where
Who's
the fuck is
producing
he?
this thing?
I don't know where he is.
What do you mean you don't know where he is?
I thought it was like I have a drinking problem. Sorry.
This is not what I signed up for. Was this?
I was under the impression
What
that I was
the literal?
supposed to be like
There's a bait and
producer
switch.
emeritus, like honorary. You actually meant that I was supposed to produce Ryan Reynolds?
Well, you're at the set. You're supposed to bring him to the podcast. He's literally in Arizona right now.
Yeah. I thought you were kidding. I wanted to see Ryan Reynolds. He's my man crush. I waxed everything.
You whack. Yeah. Well, dude, definitely you should have planned ahead. If you're going to manscape for this, dude, you got to get things together.
I was just really nervous, so my throat got really dry because I thought I was going to meet Ryan, so then I had to get some waters. And
Yeah, well, you're definitely not fucking this day in the mouth. It's going the other way.
So where's Ryan? When are you guys bringing on Ryan Reynolds? What's up with that? This is the first time I've watched the show, by the way.
5
I didn't know
minutes
I
ago.
was on it. Producer?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
apparently I fucked that up. So
your name's in the credits and everything.
What? That's ridiculous.
All right, man. Well, you were tasked with bringing Reynolds from the set, so you know.
Well, I know a little bit about what's going on. I think maybe I don't know. I could probably.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna feed you the lines that we prepped for Reynolds. I didn't prep any questions for you, so you're gonna have to answer all of Ryan's questions.
Okay, if I answer on his behalf, and then I get excited on my behalf, I can't tell you what's going to happen.
Hey, but you know,
I'm
we're
already
just winging it
soaking
now
wet.
at this point,
I'm
so we're
soaking-
perfectly fine.
Soaking wet. Embarrassing. All right. Well, Ryan.
So
Reynolds, I
tell
love
us
you.
about the new Tell us about the new movie coming out. The
There's a
Atom
new-
Project.
There's a new movie for Ryan Reynolds. It's called the Ryan Reynolds.
It's the Atom Project.
We're doing the Atom Project.
That's right. That's right. The Atom Project, and it's a movie. It's not a sequel. It's maybe it's a prequel. No, it's a I don't know. But it's good, and apparently it's exciting. And then he's funny in it and sarcastic, and probably has a lot of dialogue that is witty and quick. Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
kidding.
wait. That
It's a
sounds
new thing
scintillating.
for him. He's trying it
Sounds
out.
like you're describing Six Underground.
Oh,
That was pretty good. That was a
That
good
was
yeah,
show. That
great.
was good. That was good.
yeah. Well,
It
I
was
like
good.
any,
I liked Ryan in that.
I
That
like
was great.
anything he's been in, even Green Lantern. I'll be honest with you.
Hal Jordan.
I thought that was great. And
Speaking
plus
of the
he
Green
met
Lantern,
his.
hey, how
Um,
is your wife, your beautiful wife, Blake
oh,
Lively?
I'm married to who?
Blake Lively,
Who's that?
But
Ryan's
kindly.
wife. How is she?
Wait. If he's my man crush, then how is it that he's got a husband already?
A wife, Blake Lively.
A
Yeah,
wife?
they're in. Yeah.
He's heterosexual. Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Well,
obviously.
he's from Canada, so they're really nice. I'm sure he can do whatever direction he wants to go.
Ah, okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Let's see. My
Hey.
wife is Lake Blively is really a good person, and she's just a stay-at-home mom. You don't know who she is. So the reason her parents named her, what's her name again?
Blake Lively.
I thought it was Lake,
Lake.
like a body of water. Because I heard she has a sweating problem. I heard she sweats a lot, and that was her nickname growing up. Because she's a big girl, like big girl. Oh shit!
She's
that?
completed the 90-day transformation challenge. That's your wife.
Wow.
Buddy.
Well, good for her. For a big girl, she's done a great job on that. So she should get into acting or something. And she's hot. Maybe they can start a family or something now that he's a heterosexual, Stupid.
Working put a man through many changes. Okay. So how are the kids? How are Ryan's kids?
They already have kids?
Yeah.
Well, Jesus. I'm just getting used to the heterosexual part. Now you're telling me there's a family. Like, how many hurdles are there going to be before this investigation? I mean, I'm sorry, Ryan. I didn't get Ryan for the show. Right. Oh, the kids are great. Yeah, one of them passed away, which is unfortunate, but it happens. So we just had another one because procreation is quite easy. It's
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's nothing special. People think that because you both put your P in your V and then you erupt that, like, shocking, I had a kid. It's some sort of magic. It's not magic. It's biology. Put the P in the V, you're going to have a kid eventually. Trust me. Well, I brushed by a woman in the fucking hallway. She gets pregnant. I'm on the fucking dole for $200,000 for that kid for the next 18 years. Yay.
Put him on the list.
You just add him to it. I've literally paid monthly installments for all of my fucking kids. That's 4. I want more. Let's start over.
Hey, man, you just got to swoop in and start marrying some people that already has kids. You can pay for someone else's kids.
This is why I thought Ryan and I were going to just, not have to worry about this sort of thing.
Even in like this?
The kids are all old enough. We can just put and then nothing's going to, you don't have to worry about it, or I guess whatever that is.
Yeah, you could have got them fixed early on. Yeah. I didn't think of that either.
Hope my kids watch the show. I'm speaking on behalf of Ryan Reynolds. He's an awful human being, but he's a great actor, so it's not me. I'm the medium, okay? You can't blame the psychic for the message that comes through.
That's true. That's true. Lady Sinatra with their gift from the other side. But with the kids, I mean, are they dating? Did they do anything for Valentine's Day? I mean, obviously not your corpse child, but I mean, the others.
Yeah, I mean, the dead one is just propped up on a bed. But the other ones, they're little whores, to be honest with you. I was surprised that they just gave it up that easy. They're like, oh, chocolates, you can have it. Wait, how old are Ryan's kids?
I think they're like grade school age.
Oh,
so the dead one is probably like propped up next to an Annabelle doll or something. But I mean, that would count, I guess.
I feel like we may have fast forwarded or maybe skipped to somebody else's profile here mentally. I feel the 5-year-old, they love giving out Valentines at school. Yeah, they're great. Thanks for asking.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Great.
So yeah. Thanks for jumping in tonight, Ryan. I mean, did you happen to vote in the recent election? I mean, I'm pretty sure Trudeau got reelected.
Oh, in the Canada, in Canada, there's no voting. It's just you go and you plug yourself
autocratic commune. Yeah,
you just plug yourself into the box, and then they measure your thoughts, and they say, this is what you want. And we're like, yeah, that's great. Sounds amazing. This is why I pay taxes in America. because at least they haven't gone through the Great Reset yet. But hopefully, they just keep bringing in these French philosophers and assholes who are angry that Marxism didn't work in the fucking 40s. We can go ahead and destroy everything here and create a dystopian bullshit economy and society that's all going to be based on us sitting around our fucking houses on cameras, talking to each other and making each other laugh so we forget what the fuck is going on outside these walls. But, you know, it's just an opinion.
No, absolutely. We should blue pill the shit out of this thing tonight. I mean, you know, it's good that we built up this whole.
This is the new normal, Dave. This is the new normal.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
We feel like we're doing something here. Yay, America. Woo!
Oh, yeah. And there's only like half of America left anyway. I mean, the whole reason Canada still exists is because Texas is here to keep people further packed out from reaching up Canada and rooting their little fucking campfire story. You know.
Oh, try living in Liberalville. A bunch of
all the participation trophies in the world are fucking. You can't get any participation trophies in the United States because they've all sold them to the Canadians.
Yeah.
So you're welcome, Canada, for keeping you guys safe and comfortable. But at least they gave us Rush.
At least you can make movies.
That's about it.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds here. I just like to say I love making believe for all you folk. I've been doing it for years and years and years, and I appreciate Bert Kreischer for his story of Bert the Machine Kreischer that made the Hollywood create Van Wilder, which is based on Bert Kreischer's college years. If it wasn't for that guy, I don't know if my career would have taken off. I don't know if Waiting was a big enough movie. But the GOAT,
man. That was it.
I like showing my balls to people still. So
the Batwing.
Maybe that was enough.
Batwing.
Yeah, good times. But hey, as Ryan Reynolds, I can play make believe for you. You can make believe like the world isn't falling apart around you, and that is great. It's good times. Yeah,
that's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
And for my wife, she's a hot POA, and I'm gonna go tap that.
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, dude, one of your trainers said in one of your pictures too.
Oh
yeah. So from the set of Deadpool 3, I mean, you've been working out really well.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you look pretty jacked. That's pretty.
Yeah,
great.
This is a before and after picture. I'm not sure which one was. This is like that was before, and this is like way after. That was like single, happy, rich, bigger than average wiener.
No, this was supposed to be like
Money in the
last
Bank.
week.
And then it's the after. I want to show you guys what it feels like to almost fail completely, but not quite. Just hang on by the skin of your teeth. It's nice.
Hey man, what is that's a Megadeth song, isn't it? Skin of your teeth. That's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, Ryan, I heard that you could do a standing backflip. Is that true?
It's a horrible idea. Somebody just called 911 and then just hold that fucking button. I did a somersault in 2006 and my ass still hurts. Hey, buddy, when's the last time you did a somersault? I don't know, since I was a kid. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Hey, we're obviously drunk because why are we talking about somersaults? I don't know, but obviously it's beer. Hey, you want to try and do one? All right. How many years ago was that? That was like 16 years ago. I was significantly better shape.
Age is just a number.
Somersault. That hurt. It hurt. That hurt a lot. So if y'all want to do a somersault, I'll do a standing backflip. Are you ready?
I could fall down really well.
I got you lead on that.
Oh fuck! I am not one-upping you on that shit. Get the fucking gold medal, David.
I need to get my oxygen a little higher first. So.
Absolutely. I want to see you vaping with a tank in your nose when you're 90. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, these prime times, as long as you don't inhale all of them.
Hey, I did hear something else. Jeff, did you hear? Coy, did you hear about this? That Ryan learned how to rap in French during the quarantine. Is that true?
I did hear that, and I was looking forward to hearing it today.
That's fucking go-getter. Because he's from Canada. Get off me, bug. Sorry.
Is he really there?
No, it was a mosquito or something, a mosquito hawk.
God damn it. If Ryan Reynolds crawled out from underneath that desk right now and smiled
I wouldn't let him. I just hold his head down. Good boy. Good boy. That's right. You're doing great. You're a pro.
Yeah. Rap in French
Bro.
now. Rap in French now.
Cup 'em.
That's right. That's right. How did you know?
Blake Lively.
Yeah. He always knows to get that finger in the ass just in time. Get them
Oh God, I'm glad I checked the box. Not okay for kids. Jesus.
Oh, sorry about that. I apologize.
Fucking, you got any sanitizer
but
on your desk?
then,
Jesus Christ.
Mi amor,
family
I don't
show.
know.
He used it all for the finger.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est toi?
Pork and beans, bacon every time. Yeah, okay. What the?
Frank that thing.
Grandma and kitty cat.
Ryan. No, he's still not here. Was I really supposed to get Ryan? You guys are fucking with me, right?
Well, thank God.
Oh my God! What a
There he
handsome
is.
man. This is
Got him
almost
there
like
for a
I'm
second.
staring into a mirror.
Magic mirror on
I
the
saw my
wall.
picture earlier.
It's a funhouse mirror. It's all fucking distorted. Sorry, my leg. Oh, I did my hair just for this.
Awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So,
I feel like Coy's the only one that didn't get the hat memo today. I think. I
I did
Well,
not.
I'm trying to cut down on the glare.
it's a good idea. Good idea.
That's a good idea.
Maybe some of that stuff they use in football players in like 3 stripes.
Oh, the black shit. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm
Dude,
gonna do
that would.
and go straight down the eye.
Oh man, he looked like a barbarian
I
from Gaul
literally
and
light
Roman
myself
times.
from below to look more hideous, and still not bad. Not bad. This is a
You're looking
tanning
good, buddy.
bed light that I have
Good.
currently illuminating my testicles. And then therefore it's nice.
Oh, so it's just the reflective glare. It's
yeah,
Manscaped Sunday for you. That's right.
I always wonder what it would be like if I had tanned stuff, because it doesn't see the light of day often unless I'm peeing outside, which is a man's birthright. Am I right?
Is.
Am I right?
It certainly is.
Is there
Amen
anything
to
really
that.
better
That's right.
than
I
like
like to
a
pee,
3
don't
beer
eat this,
bladder?
no.
A 3 beer bladder, you break the seal out back. Your pants fall down around your ankles. Your daughters walk out. You're like, just keep walking.
Go with
Just keep
In
walking.
the middle of the
We should do
trail.
this.
You gotta go. You park the Jeep. You jump out. You whip it out. I've been known to whip it out while I was driving. So hey,
Yeah, that's impressive. The fact that
Do
you're
not
you're
drink the
whipping-
Gatorade on the floorboard of Dave's Jeep.
no, I hang it out the door.
You like some lemon lime?
Well, no wonder you got a hot wife, Dave. You can whip it out the door while you're driving.
Better
I'm
at the
impressed.
stoplight.
I'd have to turn
Pale
myself
ale.
sideways like a hospital patient.
Fuck you with the pale ale, Coy. God damn it. It gets me every time.
Dave's like this. Excuse me, I have to urinate.
Pretty
You guys
much.
hold that. Coming
Then I
through.
wake up when reality hits.
You don't have a door on his freaking Jeep. Might as well.
I would literally just puddle in my lap. What are you doing? I'm trying to pee in a bottle, but
Well, see, that's why you need to buy a Jeep, because they have plugs in the floorboard. You could pull it off and it just drains right out.
perfect. Then I
There
can
you
just
go.
pee
That's
myself
planning.
like I
That's
do here.
fair.
Awesome.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. So, Ryan, did you want to
Ryan
plug
Reynolds.
anything about the Shelf Help podcast or perhaps the Convention of States?
I heard about that stuff. Ryan Reynolds, as a friend of Jeffrey Sinatra, I would say. Atomic Dork Squad is always good times. That's Jeff and Jedi Master, that guy, Jeff and Dan, doing Star Wars stuff for the most part. We used to do more 80s trivia and stuff, but we're just kind of sticking with the fact that here's the truth. I've got 2 friends with PhD level education and practical education in Star Wars, and not using that is stupid. I can't believe I spent the whole year trying to only partially use it. I'm just like, let's geek out. Let's just dive in to the freaking darkness of your brains and see what happens. Like, why wouldn't we just go with it? They're scary.
Yeah.
They're really scary. You could pick, like, here's a character from one movie, here's a character from another movie. This one was happy in the scene, this one was frustrated. Do you remember? They're like, oh yeah, okay, make them have a conversation.
Dude, Dave is on that journey. He was sending me quotes from like the trilogy Bounty Hunter books, short story stuff we were going back and forth on the other day. He's in it to win it too. That's awesome.
Wild.
Right.
Well, we always have room for more in Dork Squad. So if they are approved, of course, by Jedi Masters, I'm not the one to approve.
Maybe we could get Dave's sister-in-law on.
Oh yeah, for the whole Buffy thing, that's fun.
Yeah.
Plug her
Yeah, I
Buffy
was gonna
thing.
plug her.
Yeah.
Oh, and he did the Star Wars thing too. He had a whole litany of stuff. I wrote the notes down. We're
They
gonna
got some
revisit that for
questions.
sure.
So yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna plug your sister-in-law. I remember. So she's welcome to come.
Really?
So Shelf Help Show runs during the week, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. Myself, John, Missy, and then other guests. I go over things like raging against the government sometimes, but we're trying to mix it up to do 3 parts. So we're doing like missing persons mystery stuff for the first segment. Second, we do news, traffic, and weather, where I will often, then tell you the truths about the shots and the bullshit and the brainwashing. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Trust me, nothing that I've ever said did I want to come true, and it keeps coming true, and it irritates me. I don't want confirmation bias. I want the opposite. But unfortunately, I keep being fucking right. And I'm not Alec Jones. So
Amazing how research facts come together.
Yeah, bizarre, right? Hey, look over here. Guys, look, there's 1,207 obvious side effects from the shot. There's 55,000 pages. We're going to have to release it. They're like, oh, start a war. Everyone, look, go Ukraine. Go Ukraine. Jesus Christ. Pay attention, people.
Hey, how
That's
else
how
are
we get
we supposed to
2
eradicate
years of
the flu?
manipulating you. See what they can do. And then they're like, vote for us in the re-election.
And if you don't, we'll put your name down anyway.
Right. Yeah, you're going to anyways. You might as well act like you were part of it. That feels
Hey,
like
you did
racist.
mention
That's very
somebody, though, a
racist.
second ago, which is this young man, Daniel Thompson,
Hey.
who just so happens to be our musical guest tonight. I wanted to make sure I threw that out there, so I'm going to overlook that in just a minute.
That's enough pulpit for me. I believe if Jeff's up for it and Dan's up for it, we're going to do an Atomic Dork Squad. We'll just do a solid hour after the show, just so people aren't starving for their Star Wars stuff. So I believe we're going to do that. So check us out at twitch.tv/Jeffrey Sinatra, and then we'll simulcast on all the tubes. So.
Excellent. If you throw that link into one of the chat boxes here for Restream, or I'll put it into the Resoluters group for anybody who's watching that wants to jump in, because that would be a good time.
Appreciate it.
No, absolutely. No, I love Dork Squad. Had an honorary guest, I think, once, maybe twice. With the I love the backdrops. The backdrops are always fun when you get the set and everything. That's great.
Yeah.
You guys did a good job on those. Those are pretty fucking cool. The ones that you guys found, I loved it.
It only took a year, but it finally felt like we planned it.
Hey, repetition's the mother of skill.
That's right. That's right. So
hey, I'm very excited about the track that Daniel put down for us. And so I want to segue into that. I want to listen to it. It's definitely different than like the heavy riffs that we've done for the last couple of musical guests. Definitely, this is in your Peter Cetera, Chicago-esque vein. But this is his newest stuff. I'm very excited about it. Fresh wave file he sent over to me just last night. I don't have video of him, so this is going to be playing behind just his image. But he did make it just for us on the show, so I am very excited. So I'm going to share that in just a moment on the screen. And then while doing so, I'm going to go ahead and copy link. Okay, got it. I got it. Thank you, Mr. Sinatra. And we're gonna jump into our musical guest, and then we'll be right back. Dun, dun, dun.
She spins and she sways to whatever song plays without a care in the world. And I'm sitting here wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's been a long day and there's still work to do. She's pulling at me saying, Dad, I need you. There's a ball at the castle and I've been invited, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I will dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. I will dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone. She says he's a nice guy and I'd be impressed. She wants to know if I approve of her dress. She says, Dad, the prom is just 6 days away, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh, please, Daddy, please. So I will dance with Cinderella while she is here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. Oh, I will dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone. She will be gone. Well, she came home today with a ring on her hand, just glowing and telling us all they had planned. She said, Daddy, the wedding's still 6 months away, but I need to practice my dancing. Oh, please, Daddy, please. So I'll dance with Cinderella while she is here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. Oh, I will dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone.
I freaking love that song. I gotta say it. You all right, Dave?
It's just hard after everything that's gone down with Michaela this last couple months.
I know.
Just real hard. She had her heartbroken.
I know, buddy.
So
This guy, that song, holy crap. Holy mackerel. As a father of 4, 3 of which young ladies, one of them about to get married.
I'm right there with you, Jeff. Mine was set to get married and then had her heart ripped out from her about 3 weeks ago. She was supposed to get married in June. So, and she's 2,500 miles away, so there's nothing Dad can't be there to give her a big hug and hold her.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Whew, Daniel, good work, sir. Oh.
In fact, Jeff Coy was supposed to walk her down the aisle.
I still got the vacation set just in case. I can't let it go.
Not happening. If we're gonna go, we're going to break kneecaps, not for a wedding.
I'm down with that too, buddy. I'm down to go give your daughter a hug and my niece a hug and just be there.
Well,
Mark, your mic's
Mark, your mic's
Mark, are you talking again?
There we go. I was saying we can go visit Mr. Adams. Easier to find a hole out in the desert.
Yeah, very easy. Lots of
them. Believe me, I know plenty of places up here that they will never be found. On Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, any of those freaking volcanoes we got up here, I know plenty of spots.
Gorgeous. I love it. Volcanic rock. That's great. There's high acid in that soil. That'll fuck them up for sure.
Oh, dude, it'll shoot it up in a heartbeat.
Yes, the soil
Right.
quality is key.
Well, that is a beautiful exit for us. Thank you, Mr. Thompson, very much. I hope you're watching. If not, catch the replay. And thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the show tonight. Jeffrey and Jeffrey, best of luck with the Dork Scott podcast following this. And you guys, hold on, I got to talk about the 11th. Okay, April 11th, our next show. We are going to have Army veterans Kellen Dugan and Adam Johnson. Adam Johnson is a Santana alumni as well. He's a couple years behind us. There you go, baby. We're going to get mixed up. We're going to talk about some martial arts, and we're going to talk about some veterans benefits again. Adam is a whiskey enthusiast, so we're going to talk about some lifestyle segments with that.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I know. We've been talking about this for a minute. And then also, what was I going to say? Adam builds teams for marketing strategies and so forth. He's based in Boston. And then Kellen is an attorney in Orange County, California. So we have a bunch of different voices, but also big foodie and that kind of thing. So we'll have some good history. And then our special musical guest for April 11th will be Ray Clark, who is putting together an original composition for us as well. So I've been after him for a bass solo for quite a while. So we'll probably hear some more hard and heavy like we did for our last two episodes as well. So looking forward to that.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I agree. David, thank you for being with us. Ryan Reynolds, thank you for joining us, Mr. Reynolds and Mr. Sinatra. Jedi Jeff Coy, always great to see you, brother. All right, you guys have a great night.
I'll talk to you later, bud.
We will connect soon. I'm off tomorrow if anyone needs to give me a ring. All right, bye-bye.
Sounds good.
Have a good night.